Right, what you guys? I am doing inspections. This is the first one I've done. Not even drawn out that one. This is the one which we newspaper blended, drawn out on one side, nothing stored. Stored and capped a bit of honey on this one. We want to check and see how our Buckfast queen we introduced is doing. Not a lot on that one, so there's plenty of room. So if we find any that are full, they're storing some nectar and capped some honey as well. That's nectar. So if we find a hive which is running out of space, which is possible, we can swap a few of these frames and give them some empty frames. So that's just honey and nectar. Honey and nectar. Where's my pot? We've got a bit of a minging old comb on here that they've been sticking the frames together with, and we don't want it, so we'll try and take it off without decapitating anything. Well, hey, no sign of the queen. That's been stuck together as well at the bottom. That's the trouble when you don't go into them regularly enough. They make a bit more comb and they stick everything together, so it's harder to get. But hey, it's harder to get. Makes it a little bit of a longer job because you've now got to sort out all these frames which are messy and extra comb. There's a bit here with honey. Right. That's heavy with honey and capped. Looking good. Capped. Heavy with honey and capped. Keep your eyes peeled for the queen. A little bit of this comb they put in between the frames because there's a little bit of a gap. It's got honey and pollen and nectar. Same with this one. Started to cap it. So there's plenty of space in this one for a bit more honey, but they also have a nice bit of stores. Right. Let's break this off. Let's have a look underneath. Now the new queen was still here last time I checked, which was a good 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I hadn't seen any signs of her laying anything. But she wasn't dead. They hadn't killed her, which is always a positive because eating the honey off my hands. Because I've had it where they just kill the new queen. It's quite heavy. It's quite a good bit of heft to it. Whee! So let's see what we got. We would like to see some brood now, Queenie. And ideally, I would like to see them starting to put the honey which is up top into this brood box a bit. There's just a bit of bee bread in here, a tiny bit of capped honey, nothing much. Same with this. This almost wants putting in a nuke box by the looks of it. Honey. Honey. Come on, let's see some brood. There's the queen. She's marked yellow. She's nice and fat. She's still here. Can't see any brood yet, so we've got to be careful we don't squish her. She's on this side of the frame. Real careful now not to squish her because we know she's there. And we've got a bit of brood here, look. So she has laid something. That's a little bit of what she's been laying in. And there's a little bit here. And there's a nice lot of eggs in the gap as well. So that's great, that old lake requeening. Buckfast genes. Looks like it's worked. We're getting a bit Griswoldy, these ones. And Griswold is what we used to call my little boy when he was a baby. He's always grizzling, always whinging. Lovely lot of eggs and cat brood. Honey all around the edges. We've got a load of larvae in there on this side. There's a load of larvae. So we're looking good. There should be enough bees then. The weather's meant to still sort of stay warm enough for them to fly the next week coming. But with them being in the shade here, it doesn't get that warm. Look at that lovely slab of brood there in the middle. Another slab of brood this side. Lovely. Fully capped of brood there. There's an odd hole which they're putting honey in. Oh, my back hurts. Getting old. Sorry I haven't put a proper video out for a while. I've just been too busy. Lovely bit of brood here. Brood, pollen, larvae, cat brood. So yeah, she's definitely doing her job now. Fabulous. Just crack these last couple of frames. So we've got honey, some pollen, bee bread in there. Lovely framer in here. Look, you got some pollen and bee bread in here, where they sort of mix the pollen with a little bit of honey, and it creates this sort of like, I don't know, it looks sort of like shiny. I'm assuming that's what bee bread is. And then we've got just a little tiny bit of capped honey at the top here. And we're starting to fill this frame with honey. Now, I am no expert. I'm just an amateur beekeeper. But like I said, they look alright really. Didn't see any signs of anything out of order. Now we've got to scrape some of this comb off the top here. So, must have squished one there. Oops. I'm going to do a video soon of rendering wax. Never done it. Really looking forward to trying it. And my mentor, the guru, Ian, and his lovely Mrs. Mandy, they gave me a slow cooker to try it with We call it a slow cooker in the UK. Yeah. Our American friends, they call it a crock pot. Don't know why you call it a crock pot, but that's what they call it. So we're going to do it with I've got two actually, because my missus bought me one at an old car boot sale as well. So have a go. Try and take this honey off without killing too many bees. I had a feeling it was going to be one of these types of inspections. I haven't looked for a long time. There's all this minging comb to clear up, spur comb and brace comb. Right, looking pretty good. Bit of old newspaper where we blended them together, stuck on with propolis. Propolis is amazing. It's basically bee glue. They glue everything together with propolis. Ow, my back. Right, let's push these up. So we can get, we have got all our frames in, so we don't need to go too much. Like that, so then we'll bring it all back. So we're fairly level. There we go. And before I hang up on this video, I'm going to show you. I'll just put these girls back together, and I will show you just quickly up the row. Go on, girlies. Don't want to squish you. Right. So they're back together. Yeah. You see on this, the frames are crossways. My mentor Ian told me that's what you do when you're going into winter, and in the summer months you have them all running this way, because this is the warmer way. It stops all the air blowing through them, because the entrance is obviously in the front down there. So in the summer you have them going from the entrance back to the hive, back to the back wall, and in the summer in the winter you have them going across. Just try and keep them a bit warmer. But I'm not fully in. It's not fully shut down winter mode yet, but we're getting there. So I've just been using a little bit of plastic just to try and dissuade them from coming out into the roof and building a bit of minging old comb in the top here. This does happen. So that is the scouser done. Very quick inspection. So requeen nicely. The scouser is back together. This is what's going on at the front. There's a bit of the comb I dropped that just here. Put that in my box. Where's my box gone? Over here. Yeah, so scouse is looking good. Next we're going to go into the unnamed jobby. The Baron Buckfast has been going incredibly still. Look at all the pollen going in. Same with this one. This one's Popper, my dad's one, Popper C. Nice bit of pollen going in. Intrigued to see what's going on in that one, because they have been sort of struggling. And this is Ag's hive. If you're watching this, Ag, hope you're well. Yeah. Nice bit of pollen going in. But these guys, there is an odd guy, but I haven't seen any drones, to be honest. They normally kick them out and get rid of them. But this time of year, they don't want to be feeding any male bees that they don't need. But like I say, they are in the shade. As I said in my other, if you look over there in my garden, you can just see the sun comes over the top of the trees. We live in the woods here. Look at it, it's beautiful. We're in a wood. And there's the sun. It's just been blocked out because it's now a sort of not quite a winter sun, but it's an autumn. It doesn't get up as high in the winter as it does into the in the summer. It gets right above the trees and they catch sun all day or good part of the day. Anyway, yeah, go well, my old booties. I'll speak to you later. Ciao.